Have you ever had the feeling of being trapped in an endless loop? As if the echoes of your past mistakes are still haunting you and your life path is full of unanswered questions? Maybe it's karma whispering to you. But there is a way out, a sacred path called Dharma, the unique mission your soul was born to fulfill. In this video, we'll uncover the deep truths behind these two powerful forces, karma and dharma. Join us, and perhaps this journey will change the way you see your life, forever. The word dharma comes from ancient Sanskrit and is an important element in the Buddhist and Hindu religions, and it originally means protection. The concept of dharma states that there is a right or true way for each person to live their life in order to serve themselves and others. Dharma is closely related to the concepts of duty and selfless service. Although it is difficult to understand this concept as there is no single word for it, it can be translated as the right way to live. But what makes the dharma so appealing is that it has a dynamic concept. It is the individual's responsibility to protect himself from worries and hardships, but this is not done with the help of material forces, but by living within the framework of laws, purity, peace and tolerance within ourselves. The Dharma says that we should have deep respect for all living beings and the earth that gives sustenance to living beings, and we should believe that marches, protests and demonstrations around the world cannot bring peace and tranquility to nations unless each one of us achieves inner peace. According to the Dharma, there are no specific rules for life, except that no man, animal or earth should be harmed, and it is based on the idealistic premise that man will ultimately attain his sacred and inherent purity when he is shown the path to spiritual transcendence. Since God created the world, it is not surprising that God's dharma is his purity, peace and tolerance instilled in us. When we step out of our divine dharma, we naturally lose our harmony with the world and pay the price with mental stress and feelings of misery and unhappiness, and our wealth and apparent success cannot prevent this. Dharma has 10 basic precepts, which include truthfulness, patience, avoidance of anger, piety, cleanliness, control of the senses, knowledge, logic, forgiveness and compassion. Patience, you should be calm and not be afraid of anything. Forgiveness, you should let go of things that do not serve you and not take them to heart. Self-control, you should know that the longer you wait, the better off you will be. Honesty, you should renounce things that belong to others and not accept or pass on anything without their permission and consent. Holiness, you should be pure in mind, body and soul. Control of the senses and emotions, you should control your senses and emotions and not let them get out of control. Reason, you should live with thought and reason and not let yourself be led astray from the right path, no matter how difficult it is. Knowledge or learning, you should always learn new things and show your talents. Truthfulness, you should always tell the truth and not lie. Absence of anger, you should keep anger away from you and not let it ruin your life. Karma is the sister of Dharma, because it provides us with a map that shows us the way to a peaceful and fulfilling life with simple guidelines. We have heard the word karma a million times in different sentences, that's karma, or karma counts. In a positive sense, karma is a reliable system that produces good deeds, positive energy, kind thoughts, an easier and happier future, while in a negative sense, it is a curse imposed on those who are guilty of something. Karma is not a system of moral justice. Karma is the Sanskrit word for action, and action is what determines our lives. In Hinduism, there is a belief that the soul survives death and is reborn in a new body, inheriting the karma from previous lives. Karma generally refers to the cycle of cause and effect, which means that every action a person takes will affect them at some point in the future. This law also applies to a person's thoughts and words and to the actions performed by others under that person's direction. Today, the word karma is used in a way that is not entirely consistent with its traditional meaning. For example, karma is often used in the sense of luck or fate, and is also used as an explanation for sudden misfortune. Karma is not only concerned with the relationship between actions and consequences, but also with the moral reasons or intentions behind the actions. So if someone does a good deed for the wrong reasons, such as making a charitable donation to impress a loved one, that action can still be immoral and create bad karma. The concept of reincarnation or rebirth, where a person is reborn in a new human, or non-human, body after death, complicates karma. Thus, the effects of an action may be felt in a later life, and bad luck or misfortune may be the result of actions performed in a previous life. In addition, the sum of a person's karma determines what form they will take in the next life. Karma is another universal law that confirms all the famous sayings you have heard before: what you give, you get back, and what you sow, you reap. Whether in this world or the next, karma will one day return to us in the form of the results of our good or bad deeds. In fact, sooner or later a person will see the result of his karmic deeds, and you need not intervene and do anything to hasten this. So don't spend a single moment of your time and energy on revenge, causing inconvenience or wishing misfortune for others. Of course, there are people who like to do these things, but according to this theory, such people do not deserve any further attention from you, even if it is negative. If you take revenge or pray for misfortune to befall them, this karma will come back to you. There are a few things about karma that are misunderstood and need to be clarified. One of them is that motivation plays a big part in reaping what we sow. We have all hurt others at some point in our lives, and many of us are trying to work through the guilt we feel about it. First, we need to ask ourselves if we have done all we can to take responsibility for our actions and take steps to make amends. Another question is, did we hurt the person intentionally or unintentionally? Unintentional harm cannot be compared to the karma that results from harm that you knew you caused and did nothing about. But if you live in such a way that you don't value others, but have learned to blame others and pretend you didn't mean it, you won't feel as comfortable. When it comes to karma, there is no escape. It will catch up with you eventually. It will. And remember, when we plan our future life, we plan it based on the spiritual growth and learning we want to have. Whatever happens to us in this world, we chose it that way. Our success depends on how we deal with what we have chosen. So see how much courage, determination and divine motivation a soul must have to write a program that involves physical and mental deprivation, poverty, hunger, humiliation and extreme deprivation and emotional emptiness. It is an honor to live among such extraordinary souls. We should be proud that we have had the opportunity to help them. What we can learn from them is immeasurable. However, one of the most common misconceptions about karma is the idea that these people are not higher souls, but are being punished for crimes they committed against humanity in the past. Accept that the opposite is true. The harder the program, the purer the soul that wrote it. So basically, karma is the universe's guide telling you to stray from your path. This is how karma works. It arises when you don't follow your personal goal, mission or dharma, and it makes the path rougher when you deviate from your personal path. If you don't follow your path, karma gets in your way and tells you to remove the obstacles and get back on your path. Most people who are constantly stuck in karma fail to experience their spiritual awakening in the constant cycle of repetition. They gradually perish in their lives, and eventually the universe forces them to reevaluate everything they have experienced and start again. They have only one choice: to follow their own dharma or their personal mission in life. Of course, they also have the choice to simply be a wanderer, like many other people. But karma is not inherently good or bad. It's just a way for the universe to tell you where your efforts will lead. If you give your heart, mind and soul to something that is not part of your dharma, it will not make you happy, no matter how hard you try. You are like a fish swimming against the current. Dharma is your divine destiny. It is what your energy should be directed towards. Karma is the way the universe shows you when you deviate from your dharma path. Dharma also depends on your position and circumstances in life. Some dharma is the same for everyone, and some dharma is only for you. So karma and dharma are closely connected. Karma is the result of your dharma. If you have recognized your dharma correctly, you get good karma, and if you act wrongly, you get bad karma. In this way, your path in life becomes clear, distinct and unambiguous for you. If you are on the path of your dharma, your karma, which is the return of your actions, will bring you many benefits. You will radiate from within and be happy. There are several ways to improve your karma. One of them is to tell the truth and not to lie. If you lie, others will lie to you and ruin your relationship. The second way is to live purposefully and know what you want out of life. This makes your path clear and prevents you from getting bogged down. The third way is to help people and treat them with love and empathy. This will make you feel good and others will do good for you. The fourth way is to keep calm in mind and soul and give yourself time to rest. Tension and stress affect your physical and mental health. So try to clear and calm your mind by concentrating, praying or meditating. Fifth, recognize your weaknesses and try to turn them into strengths. Everyone has their own challenges and must overcome them with effort and practice. This will create a strong and solid character in you. The sixth way is Ho'oponopono, a technique that allows you to clear your inner data and beliefs. Ho'oponopono is a spiritual cleansing method that has its roots in Hawaiian culture and through which we can cleanse memories, emotions and disturbing data from the past. This method involves repeating 4 simple phrases that, when repeated, make bad feelings and memories from the past disappear. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. If you repeat these phrases regularly, the bad feelings you have about the past will gradually disappear. This clearing is called the release of karma. You no longer have to be stuck in the cycle of repeating the past and can move towards the future and your true purpose in life. In short, a simple formula for those who always strive to have a deep spiritual understanding of things is to learn something every day through karma while living their dharma every day. Dharma and karma are mirrors, not secret forces. One directs your future while the other represents your history. Dharma is the compass of your soul, karma is the outcome of your decisions. Additionally, karma turns into your ally when you live according to your dharma. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you found it inspirational or helpful. Until the next time, remain calm and aware.